What's one piece of advice you'd like to tell your high school self?
Oh my gosh, I know your acne was so awful, but like, it's okay. Your skin's gonna look so much better soon.
Who was the one celebrity guest on Call Her Daddy you were most nervous for?
I'm such a big Miley Cyrus fan. Hannah Montana through and through my entire childhood. I have all the albums, I went to the concerts. So I think the most nervous I ever was for the Miley Cyrus interview because she was really the first celebrity I had ever interviewed. I was like, Alex, just get your name out and ask her at least 5 questions without like throwing up. I think I was just surprised how open Miley was in that interview.
I was on a no-fly list for a second, and I'll show you because everyone assumed I was just going to bring in drugs.
Wait,
I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like we're just like 2 girls talking on a couch and hanging out like friends, which was fun.
What was the one thing you didn't expect to hear from Post Malone?
Everything about Post Malone. I'm literally his biggest fan. I remember walking into the room and we were playing beer pong and we were waiting for him and he was 2 minutes late. I have had people be like hours late, like 2 minutes, and he walks in and he's like, ma'am, I'm so sorry, like I was late. I think he's a really, really genuine person, and I think the interview really like embodied who he is.
Can you share who's been the latest of your podcast?
The latest? Oh, she's gonna kill me. Megan Fox. I love you. But it was worth it.
we didn't contour my nose.
This
We didn't contour my nose.
You did.
No, we didn't.
Only I would wait for Megan Fox, honestly, and do an interview at like 11 p.m. at night. I think like her resilience as a woman who's been objectified to the extreme, her ability to push through and keep rising in her career and her personal life, like I have a lot of respect for her. She's an incredible woman.
What's one lesson you want to pass on to the next generation of women?
If you are uncomfortable, say something. It's just inappropriate how often I have women write into me that something happened at work or something happened with their sports league or something happened with their boyfriend. It's like, enough is enough. Tell a friend, tell your family, tell someone so it's not just all on you.
You've interviewed some controversial characters. Mm-hmm. Was there an interview that's changed your mind?
I think JoJo Siwa was like an interesting recent interview that I was personally overwhelmed by how many people were like, F you, like, why are you having this person on? Like, F her.
Why do you think people on the internet have such strong opinions about you?
because it's fun to.
When I got to know her better, it's obviously this is like a very smart woman that knows exactly what she's doing, whether you think it's entertaining or cringe or whatever. Like, I loved that interview, and it was like one of the biggest downloaded episodes of the year. So go JoJo, thanks.
What's one thing you've learned from these interviews?
We know now on social media, we're never getting the full story. You know, there's always more to it. Doesn't mean we have to agree. It doesn't mean we have to like them. You can come in and have preconceived notions, and then maybe you leave and you're like, oh my gosh, I agree with myself even more. I like challenging myself to like have the conversations because at the end of the day, the people want it.
What's the one negotiation tip you swear by?
Taking a pause instead of making the decision on the day that you get the contract in front of you, or if you're in a negotiation, not just like saying what you feel in the moment. It's like everything in life. Like if you have a fight, like come back to it the next day. There's so many things that come into play when you're talking about business, and you got to be patient and calm and take it slow.
I know you work with your husband now.
Yeah.
Can you talk about a piece of advice you wish you knew earlier about working with partners?
Overall, I just think like it's okay business-wise. I've learned, don't take everything so personal. Like it's business, it's not personal. It's okay if you don't agree, and if a partnership doesn't work, that doesn't mean you're bad people. I think having someone that I trust has been invaluable, like knowing that Matt and I can turn to each other and I know we both have each other's best interests. Like this industry can be shady, and there are decisions that are getting made behind your back, or people just want to quickly get their 10% and move on. And when I have Matt next to me, I'm like, we're making a decision as a family, and that makes me feel really good. I've said no to a lot, and I feel like in moments people around me have made me feel crazy for not taking that or getting the extra paycheck or putting my face on a billboard here or there. Matt's like, she's saying no. She's saying no. Like listen to what Alex is saying. He's just really supportive, and he trusts me in my decisions.
What was the one thing going through your mind when he proposed?
Honestly, the one thing going through my mind when he proposed was, I think I'm marrying the most romantic man on the planet. Like, Matt Kaplan knows how to create the most romantic settings. He does it in his movies, but living it, it truly felt like a fairy tale. Like, it was one of the most romantic, it was the most romantic moment of my life. And I will never forget it. I just was so shocked, and he killed it.
What's one first date tip you swore by when you were younger?
Be yourself. That is the scariest thing when I look back at some first dates. I'm like, I was like trying to be cool or whatever, but now I'm on the third date and he thinks I like EDM, and I hate EDM. Why did I tell him I like EDM? Like, that was a lie. So be yourself. If it doesn't work, who cares? Like, then go meet up with your friends. You could almost have like a pre and post plan so that you're not going home and sobbing and being like, another one down the drain. He sucks.
What was your post-date plan after your first date with Matt?
I had my sister in town, and I had told her, like, if it doesn't go well, like, obviously, like, we can pop that bottle of rosé and we can have some drinks. I got home at 3 a.m, so we didn't need a post-date plan. Matt and I sat outside of my hotel and made out in the car for an hour until the valet was like, you have to move your car, sir. And Matt was like, are you sure I can't come up? I'm like, absolutely not. I'll see you tomorrow. But no, it was the best first date ever.
Is there one thing from your single days you miss?
Probably that I could sit on a Sunday and I would be in bed with my ramen noodles and my Cheetos and like binging 7 straight hours of a show before I got up from bed. And now Matt will be like, babe, we gotta go outside. Come on, like, let's at least just go for a little walk around the house. But now I'll just tell Matt, like, shut up. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna rot and you're gonna let me rot.
What's one piece of advice you have for getting over heartbreaks?
Stop looking at their Instagram. Like, like, delete the fake account, girls. Like, there's nothing worse than seeing your ex moving on or looking like they're happy. No one's life is what it seems online, and so I think stalking your ex is gonna do nothing but just put a knife right in the heart. But then I would say the best part of heartbreak is knowing that if it wasn't meant to be, you're one step closer to finding your person.
Is there one thing you regret from your early years of adulthood?
I regret nothing. Like, I feel like regretting something is to want to rewrite where I'm at now. And I love where I'm at now, and I love my life. And of course, I'm sure made mistakes if I go back and read my old diaries or whatever, but like, or listen back to episodes of Call Her Daddy. But like, I don't regret much because I like to live in the present.
Is there anything that would make you think, you know what, I'm ready to move on from Call Her Daddy?
Oh my God. No, I don't even think I can think about that right now. I have so much more I want to do, and Call Her Daddy is like my baby. And since I don't have a baby right now, my baby is my #1 priority. Every chapter of my life, I feel like almost from my early 20s now, has been documented in the show. And now getting married and maybe starting a family one day, like, these are things that all of my audience is also coming along for this journey with me. And so we've got a lot more life to live, and I gotta talk about it.